And in this next one, we got a really good matchup between Christopher Alvidrez, and he's going to be taking on Eliezer Kubanza. Alvidrez, he's 28 years old, fighting out of the Goat Shed in Miami, and he's been in the MMA world for a while now. He won 4 amateur fights between 2018 and 2021, went pro in 2022, and 6-1 so far as a pro. And he's on a 5-fight win streak, coming off a first-round finish over UFC veteran Takashi Sato. And decent resume. He's won a couple fights in Combate, won a fight in CFFC against William Rentz, who's a CFFC fighter, hometown guy over there. Has a win over UFC vet with Sato as well. But difficult fight in front of him with the 7-0 Eliezer Kubanza. Kubanza, second athlete representing Africa on this card. 7-0. He's fighting at a Soma Fight Club. They have Dembasek's main gym listed as a different one, but I've seen Sek training with those fighters at Soma as well, so I think that's a hub for African fighters. And Kubanza, he has solid knockout power. He is a knockout artist, really. 6 of his 7 pro wins are knockouts. 6 knockouts as an amateur and 7 wins also. And he ventured out. He fought for IMAF as an amateur, and as a pro, his last 4 fights are for Brave. He's beaten 2 caucus fighters in a row. His last fight, he won his first decision. And that was key because Kubanza was 0-3 as an amateur in decisions. So it proved that he can win on points and against a good opponent too. But this will be Kubanza's first fight since December. So hopefully he is rejuvenated and ready to go. And he's not taking on an easy opponent in the newborn Chris Alvidrez, who's a well-rounded fighter. On the feet, he's tall and long. He's good at using his length footwork to bounce in and out, control range, throws good straights, lead hooks, mixes in takedowns. Definitely has worked a lot on his boxing. He's gotten slicker with his footwork. He could switch stance. He's quick, good hands, really nice boxing combinations. He's good at kind of lowing guys with the feints, with the switch stances, with lateral movement, then exploding in. And he may not have crazy one-shot power, but he's an attrition guy and can finish you with volume. He probably landed like 100 head strikes in the first round against Takashi Sato. But, 4 first-round finishes. The Sato one was by far the best one. His pro loss, he tried to wrestle a striker, and he was not as good of a stand-up fighter as he is now. He was getting pieced up trying to use pressure and got busted up. He was bleeding bad, but he did keep coming forward. He was able to hit some body locks, good back takes. Even when he lost position, he was able to throw up some submissions, beat Dangerous off his back. In the fight with Sato, he also jumped on a guillotine. So even though he normally doesn't get submissions, and he only has 1 as a pro, I feel like he has them in his back pocket. And this fight, though, I don't think he's going to submit a big, huge guy like his opponent. But Alvidrez, he is athletic, aggressive. He's tall. He has good conditioning. He brings the confidence. He could finish you anywhere. And in this fight, he needs to use his kicks, combinations versus Kubanza. He has to be smart. He can't brawl, but he should have the hand combinations edge. And he also needs to mix in low kicks and look to mix in takedowns. Alvidrez, he has to be smart with his takedowns. He can't waste energy. He also doesn't want to end up on bottom. But I think if you can get him thinking striking, there is potential that he can come over the top and land some punches, then use the punches to level change under. So he needs to just make it an MMA fight, use his length, and be aggressive with what he thinks his talents are, or what he has. Because, Kubanza does have some issues, and if he can expose him with his combinations and just show off that he's the better boxer on the inside, which I think he is, that could be a good thing. But you see, he's a guy that is really locked in with a lot of the people over in the Florida scene. And a lot of the Goat Shed guys are. I mean, you see him with Aline Perez, Jillian Robertson. You even got John Jones in one of his posts up here. And there's people that are like asking to get him in the UFC, like Mike Perry. So he has a lot of support. But we'll see. I mean, this is a really tough fight. I mean, you even got Jamie Foxx out here. Jamie Foxx is going to get it in. I mean, so he has a good, it seems like confidence right now and feels like he's ready to get in there. And we'll see if he can get the job done because Kubanza, he looked like a monster. I mean, he has some sick finishes, intimidating fighter to go against. He just plants his feet. He stays calm as a cucumber, ready to land power counters. Very patient. And he mostly throws single shots, but he has great accuracy. He has good shot selection as well. He goes to the body with the lead hook. He'll go back up to the head with it. He has nice head kicks. He'll mix in nasty teeps, round kicks. He's just super fast. And he needs to counter or check the low kicks from Alvidrez here. And another thing that I would say is negative about him is he just leaves his chin a little too high. Fighters seem a little scared to get in the pocket and really commit because Kubanza, I mean, the guy's like Mark Hunt with the walk-offs. But, I think Alvidrez does pose some problems on the feet for Kubanza. He's taller. He can land leg kicks, and I think he tucks his chin a little better and probably is a little better in combinations. But the difference is he has to be perfect, and Kubanza only needs one shot to turn out Alvidrez's lights. So, it really gives Kubanza a lot of, he doesn't have to be as good as his opponent because he only needs one shot to put him out. And he could wrestle too. I mean, the guy can grapple. His last fight, he showed really good double leg, nasty slams, throws. He's a freak athlete. He's very physical, so he's super difficult to take down. Shut down the wrestling of a combat sambo world champion in his last fight. He waited until he was tired, then started slamming him, put him on his back. He really showed his cardio in that fight as well because he had never gone 3 rounds, and he was able to go the full distance and be the fighter that had the conditioning advantage. I anticipate that Kubanza may be a significant favorite, and if so, then I think Alvidrez could be a good potential underdog play. But it's scary to fade somebody with the KO power, just sheer athletic ability that Kubanza brings. Alvidrez is skilled. If he fights smart, he has a chance. But, I mean, man, I just think Kubanza, he really only fights in one way. He stays very composed. He's going to pick his shots. And I feel like Alvidrez can get too reckless, and he's going to get in the pocket. If he does that, I think he's going to get caught. And that's why I'm going to go with Kubanza be a first-round knockout. If Alvidrez had a little bit more experience and I thought would fight a little smarter, then I would pick him to win here. But I think he's going to potentially land on his opponent here a little bit, get overconfident, and then get clipped with the bomb and knocked out. So I just feel like it's hard to want to fade a guy like this. Super durable. He can mix it up. Very athletic. He's shown conditioning. It's just he's still green. He still has a lot of work to do. But, I mean, I just feel like it's his time. He's probably going to get the knockout, and maybe he can get with the better gym, start to improve, and be a problem in the division. And I think Alvidrez will be back, too, and get into the UFC. So, both these guys are really good.